pull in on maybe a little closer. All right. If you would introduce yourself.
I'm Ethan Bexley. I'm a maker here at TCMS.
All right. And what's your passion?
I have a lot of different passions. Some of it's costuming, others are just working with LEDs, fixing the things that are broken around my house. I've recently gotten into LARP, so a lot of post-apocalyptic costume stuff, so I kind of wander.
Where did you learn to do the things that you do?
Some of it was things I learned via YouTube. I've had a subscription to Make Magazine since I was a kid. Other things just picked up while I was in school. And then, of course, from other makers here at the Makerspace.
And what kind of recommendations or tips or advice can you offer young people looking to start doing some of the things that you do?
Follow your passions. If you don't know how to do something, find someone who can get you going in the right direction and make it up as you go on the way, because I don't think there's ever been a project that I've ever started that I knew how I was going to finish it completely. I came to the Makerspace with ideas of doing like larger projects, like making. I wanted to make like my own like engagement ring. I'm not married. I have no one I want to get married to, but I was like, hey, I want to forge a ring so I can propose to someone. At the time, I didn't know anything about jewelry making, metal smelting, wax mold making, or anything like that, but as I've been here, I've been picking up those skills so I can eventually get to that project. So pick a direction that you really want to go in and pick up the skills along the way, and you'll get there.
And have you ever had any big failures, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, I've had quite a few different failures, and most of them have like blown up in my face, but I think the best advice I can give when it comes to that is just because the first attempt or the 10th attempt didn't work, keep going. You learn something from every iteration of the project, and if you are really passionate about it, it's something you can't really give up on.
And are there any things you're particularly proud of having achieved here?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm proud of pretty much any one of my projects. I like, at the end of the day, having something I can be like, hey, I did this, or I taught someone how to do something new. While you're at a makerspace, you will have a ton of projects that you come in with. You will come up with 1,000 different projects along the way, and 3 out of 5 of them will fail, but the 2 that actually make their way to completion, you will just treasure forever.
And do you have some of the things you wanted to show here?
Sure. I've got my Thor Ragnarok helmet. I printed this on my 3D printer just before Ragnarok came out, and of course I wore it to the theater because I'm a total nerd. I've got a trophy that I made for Pi Day because it is one of the Makerspace's few holidays that we celebrate. So this was awarded to the person who made the best pie on Pi Day. I recently got into LARPing, so of course I had to do a repaint of a Nerf gun, which, if you look, there's a lot of cool details to it. You can tell it's been weathered. And I've got a nightlight that I made, kind of hangs out in my apartment. I think it's just really cool because it adds a cool, like, nature glow in my house. And it's always something people point out as, what the is that? So, yeah.
Okay. And that's the power supply for it? That's a big power supply.
So this is the prototype. I have like 3 more in my house right now that are like on the walls and just like in weird corners. This power supply was just kind of here, so I used it to light it up. The other ones are actually integrated with their own like battery packs.
Ready? And so now I usually ask people a couple questions as a follow-up is who is a maker? Where do the boundaries on that term lie?
I think a maker is anyone who sees a problem and decides that they can come up with a solution that doesn't involve just buying your way out of it. If that's, hey, my stuffed animal broke and I will figure out how to sew it, that's fine. If it's, I want a robot and I'm going to just go out and buy parts, or even if it's like I'm going to follow the kit to do it, I count them all as makers. It's people who aren't afraid to void warranties or branch out and try something new.
And then I follow that up with, are there any things you're interested in learning about other maker spaces, and any kind of things you're curious how other spaces do?
I am always interested in how other maker spaces do recruitment. I want to see the other cool projects they're working on, and if they ever want to challenge us to a project off or a competition, I'm down.
All right. And I guess that's everything, unless there's anything you can think you want to offer in addition about yourself or what you do at the space.
I'm just a general maker, so I come in, I create problems, I fix my other people's problems, I try and teach as much as I can. That's advice for other makers. Always be generous with the knowledge you have. Teach other people.
All right. Thank you.